See what I didn't do a video on? Stringing a guitar. My end popped out. I was tuning it up and the end popped out. There's a life lesson here somewhere. You probably shouldn't cut the strings to size until you get it tuned up right. I was just tuning it and it just let go. The ring let go off of the tuning peg. Now I'm cut to size. How do I redo this? I can't, because I'm not going to have enough to feed it through. So basically I just wasted $10. I cut it too soon. I shouldn't have cut it until I was in tune, right? Live and learn, I guess. Open up a new set and cut and try and get this one tuned. And again, it's the smallest string. I have a hardest time with the smallest string. It's thin. It's hard to work with. It wants to fold in on itself, and I have a hard time, and it hurts to mess with. Anyways, so I got to redo this. I'll come back when I get this fixed and go from there. Maybe soon I'll do an actual video on actually how you string a guitar properly, and remind myself not to cut it off until you're in tune, so you don't have this happen. Because basically I got 5 more strings that I will be spare now. Anyways, live and learn. Have a good one. So the way you do this is you just measure up, and I did the first string I did. I measured up. The video I watched, you measure up this far. But I looked at what the Pro had done from the store, and it was a very tight wound, very small wind. So I only went 1 round. But you know what? That's probably part of my problem, is I'm only wrapped around 2 or 3 times. But I think if you know what you're doing, you can get away with that. I'm going to leave a little more slack, and I'm going to leave the tail on. Might be why guys like Tom Morello leave them that way. I think when you're a pro, lots of times they'll string your guitar every gig. New fresh strings every time, especially if you have a guitar tech that does it for you. Anyways, I'm going to leave a little more slack. My winds will look a little bulky and weird, but at least it won't happen. Like I say, the string just slipped out of the tuning peg because it wasn't long enough and wound tight enough. So if I leave it a bit more, it'll make it a little better knot, right? So like I say, live and learn. I'm going to leave a little more slack. Instead of just this much, I'll leave twice as much in the wind, and that'll make it snugger. I did a knot and everything. You do a luthier's knot, where you go under, you knot it around, you go underneath and loop up, and that makes a tight knot, right? But I think I just didn't have enough. Again, I don't do this every day. I've been playing for a year, so I mean, I've changed guitars every 2 months. I've changed them 6, 8 times, right? Total, my life. So, you live and learn. And like I say, experience is the best teacher. So, yeah, luckily they're just $10. So, we'll get her in tune and we'll get her going, and I'll maybe post a video once I get this thing tuned. Yeah, so I got it. Wound a little more of a tail on it. I'll cut that off in a second, but I think I got it more or less tuned up. Oops, she went off. There's the little string there. kind of more or less in tune. Interesting new strings, a lot more crisp sound, a lot more, almost a metallic. You can feel this, you can feel the scrape. But I'm more or less in tune now. I'll cut that tail off, and we'll be back in business. Like I say, lesson learned, blew $10, but it is what it is. Have a good one.